It's been less than 4 weeks since the Bank of Canada hiked interest rates, and it appears the GTA's housing market is cooling off. According to a new report, house sales plummeted in the month of April, with real estate agents reporting fewer bully offers and bidding wars.
What we have seen over the last couple of months is a little bit more balance in the market.
The sales of homes across the GTA were in a free fall, dropping 41% year over year in the month of April and falling 27% since March. A strange trend for this time of year, since the housing market normally heats up in the spring.
We have seen some would-be homebuyers move to the sidelines as they've adjusted to higher borrowing costs. I mean, if you think back to this time last year, we were talking about people taking on mortgages, in the 1.5% to 2% range, and now we're closer to 4%.
So what's the impact on market value? Well, according to the Toronto Real Estate Board, prices were still climbing on a yearly basis, up 15%. But between March and April, the average selling price of a home or condo dropped by 3.6%.
What about those people who bought a home, let's say in February or March, and they're already seeing the value of that home down by a couple $100,000? Should those people be worried?
I think a home is a long-term investment for the great majority of households. And so if you think about the demand for ownership housing in the GTA over, say, the next decade, it's going to be strong.
Last year, there was a record number of sales, something real estate expert Murtaza Haider says wasn't sustainable. And with many buyers stepping aside, he says it's forcing a new reality on sellers.
Some of the current pricing is reflective of the conditions that existed a year ago or 6 months or 4 months ago. So that realization will hit a little bit to the sellers, that they will realize that those lineups of people at the open houses and those multiple bids and that craziness, they may see a large decline or maybe a complete absence of multiple bids.
So what you're saying is the party's over for sellers, but this by no means is the bursting of the bubble.
No.
Haider says a lack of supply is still a major concern and will continue supporting soaring prices.
And that's not a lag in the last 1 or 2 or 5 years. That's a 50-year slowdown in housing construction. I think the long-term prospects for prices will be good in Canada, until such time that the housing supply catches up with the increase in demand.
In the month of April, the average price of a home in the GTA was more than $1.2 million, but that's down from $1.3 from the month before. Now, the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board believes that there will be growth year over year, but it will be slower. Shauna Hunt, City News.